To all my angels in the sky, I hope that you could teach me how to fly. I was one hell of a rider, I could feel my time coming. Life was one hell of a ride, I could feel my time coming. I told the bro stick to the code. Never chase these hoes. I know that you want love, but in the end somebody wrong. All my angels in the sky. All my angels in the sky. All my angels in the sky. I hope that you could teach me how to fly. Life was one hell of a ride. I can feel my time coming. Remember that they did pick up the phone, but when you on, they gon' feel it's something you on. I tell the bro stick to the code. Chasing money, never chase these hoes. I know that you want love, but in the pull my soul out and then I put it in these songs. But no place to call home, look. Leave me alone and I'm like, please. Please make space, cause lately I've been trying to find a way to ease the pain. I'm smoking weed now, but I'm okay. It's too much been on my brain. I hope that you can teach me how to fly. Life was one hell of a ride, I can feel my time coming. They only love you when you gone. Please make space, cause lately I've been trying to find a way to ease the pain. I'm smoking weed, I don't get high, but it's okay. It's too much been on my brain. It's just too much been on my brain. It's just too much been on my brain. Let's go!
Than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid. What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. The defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try again later.
First and 10.
in the sky.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win. They're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
So the yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles. And
Remember that they did pick up the phone, but when you home, they gon' feel it some. I told about stick to the call. Morning unless it's gone. And then I put it in these songs. I was walking in the rain with no place to call home. Look, I don't want fake love if it ain't really me alone. And I'm like, please. Place to call home. Look, I don't want fake love if it.
the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Joe Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Bengal ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over at the 20 in a scoreless game.
At their own 20.
The offense now at the line, ready ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
17, 50, green.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What?
Zulu black.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
52 blaster. Hey, green. Ready, go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Tagovailoa's pass.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he barely gets it out of the end zone to the 1. What a disaster. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Bengals.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He may try and run for this. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4.
Blue striker. Yellow, go. Go.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense pushing the run game back on the first play of the third quarter.
But I don't think that means abandoning the run totally. Sometimes you just have to focus on execution, right? They always talk about players, not plays. Well, tell your players to block a little bit better, and maybe the ground game can get going.
He's got a first down past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Switch, switch, switch.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They run for it with Mixon, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Hey, we got a steal.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tony Brown there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The give to Taylor. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Down at the 20-yard
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Last stop. Last stop. Shoot.
Taylor. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Aldrick Rosas on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, it took a while to get something, anything, on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
So the question now becomes, can they make this one stand up? And the way that these defenses have played, those 3 points almost look like 30, don't they?
Yeah, those 3 points look like a miracle right now.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
On 2nd down now, Jackson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
First down, Raiders.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jason Pierre-Paul, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Pass and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this has been a hard-fought ball game. Offense could never really get on track, and that pick 6 might just write a close to this one.
Well, let's give credit to the defense on this one because they pitched a shutout the entire way and didn't put the icing on the cake, the cherry on top of the sundae. They created points themselves with the pick 6. How about that for a defensive play of the game and a defense that's dominated throughout?
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Now 3rd and 2.
Shovel, 38.
We got a seal. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Slice blue.
It's been a long day for you. 36.
Hey, red.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Yellow, zoom.
Mike 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
32.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's Taylor. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over first and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's now 4th down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. And the connection not there. Incomplete.
It's now second.
Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.